Hi everybody, this is Dan again from CleanGuru. So today we were going to talk about what are the two things that you need to prove about yourself before your prospect will hire you. So what are those two things? Well, here they are. Credibility and believability. Okay, what's credibility? Well, credibility is to show that you can do something. And believability, we could call it to show that you will do something. Let's talk about it just a little bit. So credibility, any kind of service provider for your home, home service providers, so plumbers and electricians, they have certification, they have training, they have licensing. Those are things that they have to show their credibility. What about cleaning? Well, there's associations in carpet cleaning, for example. You can get accreditation or a certification in carpet cleaning. That shows credibility, and your customers like to see that. But they also like to know and see believability. So, how can you prove this point of believability? Well, how about before and after photos? I mean, let's say, for example, that I was a weightlifter and I said, I can lift 300 pounds. I'm certified to do that. I'm certified. Well, right, but what would be better than that? Well, if you actually showed a picture or a video of me lifting 300 pounds. I mean, that's actual proof. So before and after photos or videos of carpet cleaning jobs or jobs where you've done some other kind of cleaning service, that also can go a long way to prove believability. Okay, credibility, for example, let's talk about it some more. Credibility may say, we've been in business so many years. Well, that's fine, but that, it also needs believability. They need to hear from actual customers. So, yes, testimonials, yes, references, that proves the believability part. So you need to have both. Why? Well, really for two reasons. First, people believe what others say about you more than what you say about yourself. So testimonials and references go a long way. And here's the second reason why you need both. Today's world is bigger and faster and more complicated than ever before. And consumers are having a hard time knowing, who to trust. For example, we've all heard of situations where companies are set up and they start to offer online and issue basically meaningless degrees from their school. Well, these degrees aren't worth much more than the paper they're printed on. But again, consumers have a hard time knowing if these credibility things, if these certifications and so on really mean anything. They may very well mean a lot, but they like to have proof. They like to have believability. So try to offer both when you do your marketing. Your marketing needs to prove credibility to convince them that you can do what you're saying that you can do, that you're trained in it, that you're qualified. And you also need to establish your believability to convince them that you actually will do it by talking to real customers that show that you actually do it. That's it for today. Next time, let's answer another question that we get in the office quite a bit. Should I change the name of my company? And if so, what should I change it to? And by the way, I'll show you the business cards on this plaque that my wife made up for me, for Tony and I, and she made it up to kind of track the history of the name changes that we had in our company. We'll go over that next time. Until then, remember, you can do this. You really can.